Good morning, good morning. We are in the tarot study of the Empress. We're going to hear the cards that we have gone through so far. This is the original Rider Waite, the OG, the Golden Art Nouveau. And the reason why we look at all of these different artist versions is just to connect with her on all these different levels. And these are different people's interpretations of her. Our Lady, she looks like Our Lady of Guadalupe, right? That was the Tarot of the Divine, the Wandering Star Tarot. She's cute. Light Seers Tarot, the Greenwood Tarot. Sorry, the Wildwood. No, I'm questioning myself. Yes, the Wildwood Tarot, I believe. The Star Tarot. The Tarot of Mystical Moments. And then today we have, and I think this might be our last one that I have to share. This is the Good Tarot, and I think she's really pretty. And I like that she's not pregnant. And I know that sounds funny about like the, and isn't she perfect for like all of these empresses, like for this being in the fall? But I don't know. I don't want women that can't have or choose not to have children feel separate from her whenever there's no need to. I don't like that being like one of the things because that's like a small percentage. And yes, maybe that would be a mother would be definitely could be in a connection with her, but it's like not like the big connection, if that makes sense. I mean, it could be, but it's not. I don't know. It's not her whole story. It's only a small percentage of the story, so I don't like that to be the big anchor of the card. And yes, I'm just like la 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 la. Sorry. You're like, focus, woman. Okay, so today we are reading from this book, The Ultimate Guide to the Rider-Waite Tarot. And here's our card today. Here's all the cards. So it's just weird energy today, right? I feel like I'm trudging through like thick fog or something. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's perimenopause. Maybe it's energy. Are you feeling it? Is it just me? I don't know. Okay. The Empress, number 3. Sorry. It's like the very first word. I'm like, what the hell is that? Burgoning nature as shown in the image refers to the environment, but also to one's personal nature, emotion, and the expression of interest sentiment. Is also typical of Venus in old mythology. Living these feminine aspects is not just women's work, but something for men to come to terms with as well. And, I can't remember if I just showed you this or not, but there's the inside of this book, so you can see the layout and everything. The Empress and Goddess of Love within you. I like the way they say that. Basic meaning. The term the Empress is redolent with royalty, majesty, sovereignty, and she also stands for the great goddess of iniquity, the threefold deity of Christianity and other religions, for the mother of God such as Isis and Mary, and not least for the goddess of love, variously named Astarte, Aphrodite, or Venus. Finally, the card is a mirror of one's own femininity and men's female aspects. She reflects one's personal experiences as a woman and or with women, the inheritance of the mother, grandmother, and all female ancestors. Spiritual experience, the enjoyment of the senses and sensuality as the card for the day. And again, see this how I'm reading these little things. Okay. Take responsibility for your own well-being. Take care of yourself and ban false goddesses from your life. As a prognosis or tendency for your well-being, invent rules that are good for you and stick to them. For love and relationships, when we love and are loved, our personal nature comes into bloom. Where sense and sensibility are given a chance to develop, love can grow, and with it, beauty of being. Reading that again, sorry. I could do that out loud. When we love and are loved, our personal nature comes into bloom. I like that. Where sense and sensibility are given a chance to develop, love can grow, and with it, the beauty of being. For success and happiness, the key, clarity, naturalness, and satisfaction. All right, the top 10 most important symbols. The figure's position or pose: upright, majestic, self-confident, self-assured, relaxed, motivated, concentrated. The supposition that she may be pregnant, contained in some interpretations, is purely speculative. There are many kinds of fruitfulness. Amen. And again, her lines don't bulge. Let's just review that again. Because if she was pregnant, those lines right there would not be going swooping down. They would be swooping the other way, right? Ha! That's my interpretation. Scepter, sign of Venus. Let me hold this up so you can, because that's what they're talking about there. The sign of Venus combines a circle and a cross, equals sun and earth, soul and body. Just this unity is typical for Venus and the Empress, the body and the soul, the unification of sense and senses. Okay. The flower robed, flowers, the beauty of nature and a person's coming into bloom. The flowers are similar to the sign of Venus, white, red, and green, the colors of the magician in nature's green. Flowers to the people, bread and roses. The gray heart, a gray heart, calmly unprejudiced. All creatures and all impulses have a chance, and a if the heart is of stone, individuality degenerates into egoism, which has no time for others. Red throne on a gray ground. Red and orange, life and blood and passion. The Empress's emotionality, but this is surrounded by grayness, positive, impartiality, negative, stones instead of bread, hard-heartedness, lovelessness. The crown of stars and laurels. Excuse me. The crown is decorated with 12 stars, as in many Madonna representations, taking stars from the sky and bringing them to fruition on the earth. Crown of laurels is the Empress's task and gift. Grain, the symbol of fruitfulness and reaping life's harvest. Nutrition for body and soul, feeding and caring for oneself and others, well-being, ease, sensuality, enjoyment, feeling good. Trees, forest, nature comes into its own. Every plant can find its place and have a chance to grow, living alone and free as a tree, and brotherly as a forest. That is our yearning. That's a quote by Nazim Hikmet. The quote was, living alone and free as a tree and brotherly as a forest. That is our yearning. Waterfall. The river is connected with its source, and at the same time it flows and falls. The tower is not the only image associated with flying and falling. The flow forward and the bond with the wellspring, both equally important. The color yellow. Sun. Awareness of one's consciousness, the highest and holiest. Search for meaning, but also envy, gold, greed, danger, back towards the sun. Repression, positive, lights up the other side as well, equals reliable awareness. Oh, there you go. And then what I always found interesting with the trees part, if you notice here, is like there's all those trees lined up, right? But like if you see that, then you have this guy in the middle here. It just looks different, right? She looks, that tree kind of looks out of place. Like it's like, what about me? I don't know. It's just something about that tree. I mean, but you could tell there's another one just like it behind it. But it's just interesting. Like those trees in the center don't seem like they would be there. Like they don't quite fit like that. Like it just feels like it's like almost like a copy and paste kind of tree there. And it's just curious about like how it's, I don't know, it just feels different. What do you think? And is there anything in the card that you see that pops out that they didn't talk about? I don't know. Just love her. All right. Oh, and here again, there's the one for today, the new one for today. Love her. I like how she's really holding on to that, her harvest there. And then again, there's the book, the front of it, if you were interested in it. This book is like a couple other ones that I have where it's like, you get a couple golden nuggets out of there, but it's not one of my favorites. I love like the idea of it all. It's the interpretations that are not my favorites. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. To each his own. All right. Have a good day.